Hunting is all about precision, ethics, and using the right tool for the job, but some folks just don't get the memo. Whether it's using too little firepower and risking a wounded animal, or bringing a cannon to a squirrel fight, the wrong caliber can ruin your hunt, your gear, and your reputation. In this video, we're diving into 5 calibers you should never use for hunting, not because they're illegal or rare, but because they're flat out wrong for the job. Some are underpowered, some are overkill, and some? Just plain stupid. If you care about clean kills, respecting the game, and not looking like a complete amateur in the woods, this list is for you. So grab your gear and get ready, because if you're using any of these calibers in the field, it might be time to rethink your setup. Number 5. .30-30 Winchester, the iconic yet outdated workhorse. The .30-30 Winchester is one of those calibers that has become synonymous with hunting in America. Introduced in 1895, it was the first cartridge designed specifically for smokeless powder in a lever-action rifle, and for decades, it was the go-to round for deer hunters across the US. It's got a relatively mild recoil, is easy to shoot, and has been trusted in everything from family heirlooms to modern rifles. That said, the .30-30 is far from the ideal choice for today's hunters, especially those pursuing bigger game or pushing for long-range shots. While it's more than adequate for close-range deer hunting, its ballistic limitations start to show as the distance stretches. The bullet doesn't carry as much energy at longer ranges, and its trajectory is more curved than newer, flatter shooting cartridges. With modern calibers like the .243 Winchester, 6.5 Creedmoor, and .308 Winchester offering superior performance, the .30-30 starts to look outdated. It's not that the .30-30 is bad, far from it. It's just that there are far better options out there for most hunting needs. For those hunting in dense forests or short-range situations, it's still a solid choice. But for anyone looking to get the most out of their hunting rifle, it's time to consider an upgrade. Number 4. .300 Win Mag, the overhyped long-range beast. The .300 Winchester Magnum is one of those calibers that gets a lot of love in the world of long-range shooting and big-game hunting. Introduced in 1963, it's renowned for its impressive power, flat trajectory, and the ability to deliver serious punch at extreme distances. It's a popular choice among hunters after large game like elk and moose, as well as military and tactical shooters who demand high performance. However, there's a big downside that many shooters ignore: the .300 Win Mag isn't for everyone. Its recoil is stout, which can be uncomfortable for new or recoil-sensitive shooters. It's a heavy-hitting round, but it can be overkill for smaller game, leaving unnecessary damage. Plus, it's expensive to shoot. Ammo costs are steep, and the rifle setups designed for it are often on the pricey side too. While it's hard to argue with the .300 Win Mag's raw power and long-range capabilities, for most hunters and shooters, there are better alternatives. The .308 Winchester or the 6.5 Creedmoor are more affordable, offer less recoil, and perform admirably at a variety of ranges. The .300 Win Mag shines in niche scenarios but often feels like a solution to a problem that most people don't need solved. Number 3. .35 Remington, the nostalgic, underperforming relic. The .35 Remington is one of those calibers that holds a special place in the hearts of classic firearm enthusiasts, but in the modern world of hunting, it's more of a relic than a reliable choice. Introduced in 1906, it was designed for lever-action rifles, like the iconic Remington Model 8. Known for its relatively heavy bullet, it was marketed as a solid option for deer hunting in dense woods, offering good stopping power at short ranges. However, in today's hunting world, the .35 Remington feels outclassed. While it performs decently at closer ranges, it lacks the range and flat trajectory of more modern cartridges like the .30-30 Winchester or the .308 Winchester. Its ballistics are limited, with a steep drop-off after 150 yards. Plus, the recoil can be a bit harsh for some shooters, especially those who aren't used to magnum-level power in a lever-action rifle. Ammo is getting harder to find, and with more efficient, versatile options on the market, there's little reason to choose the .35 Remington for most hunters. If you're into vintage firearms or hunting in thick woods where long-range shots aren't necessary, it has its charm. But for anyone who wants more performance, it's time to move on to something more capable. Number 2. .17 HMR, fun to shoot, useless in the field. The .17 Hornady Magnum Rimfire, HMR, is one of those calibers that's a blast at the range but falls short when it comes to real-world hunting applications. Introduced in 2002, it quickly became popular for its incredibly flat trajectory, high velocity, and the sheer fun factor it offers for small game plinking. With its light recoil and impressive accuracy at short to medium distances, it's a favorite for varmint hunters and target shooters looking for a quick, satisfying shot. However, the fun stops when you try to take the .17 HMR into the field for larger game. While it can make quick work of small varmints like squirrels and rabbits, it lacks the necessary power for anything bigger. The tiny .17 caliber bullet doesn't offer sufficient stopping power for larger animals, often leading to poor, inhumane shots or wounded game that can escape. It's also limited in range, with effective kills generally capped around 150 yards, making it unsuitable for more traditional hunting distances. So, while the .17 HMR might be a fun round to shoot at the range, it's simply not a practical or ethical choice for serious hunting. Stick to it for small critters and target practice, but don't expect it to handle much more. Number 1.220 Swift The Speed Demon. The .220 Swift holds the title as one of the fastest commercial cartridges ever created, capable of reaching speeds upwards of 4,000 feet per second. Introduced in 1935 by Winchester, it was designed for varmint hunting, delivering a flat trajectory and unmatched velocity. Its high speed makes it a dream for long-range shooting, and for a time, it was the go-to choice for those looking to shoot varmints with extreme precision at distance. However, while the .220 Swift is fast, it's not without its flaws. The blistering speed comes at a price: excessive barrel wear. Rifles chambered in .220 Swift tend to burn through barrels much quicker than slower cartridges, which can make it an expensive round to maintain over time. The recoil, while not excessive, is noticeable, and coupled with its small, high-velocity bullet, it doesn't always deliver the same terminal performance as other calibers designed for bigger game. The .220 Swift also suffers from limited ammo availability compared to more mainstream calibers like the .223 Remington, making it less practical for most shooters. It's a great round for specific, high-speed applications, but for general use or long-term reliability, there are better, more versatile choices available. Speed isn't everything, and the Swift proves that.